Addendum. The word Arya means cultured, refined, noble. Aryavarta was the land wherein the people gave great heed to race culture. Aryabhava was the ancient name for the highest virtue. Aryamarga was the path to noble life. These precepts had been handed down through eons of time. In ancient India, culture was most human in its outlook, the thought being great men for a great country. Hence, we find a great people, complete brotherhood, true love and reverence for each human unit, truly humble souls knowing that all are God. This could in no way become another name for strife and contention. It must become the dominant factor in its essential relationship toward the building of true world consciousness. The Aryans dreamed and philosophized, yet their dreams were most real. They not only dreamed of God, they knew that God was actually enthroned in the hearts and lives of all mankind as the true and beautiful in every human unit. Is there an intelligent man that does not have such a philosophy, a viewpoint, or attitude toward the world? What better attitude could there be in viewing the world through the eyes of the God-man? Is it not through this attitude that all humanity lives richer and more harmonious lives? The Aryan message is, build up your manhood and womanhood, and you build up all humanity. By so doing, you avoid the so-called sins against the body. Through the accomplishment of this ideal, you realize the supreme opportunity of earth's pilgrimage, and with the right sense of proportion, the rich powers of youth are laid as an offering at the Mother's shrine. Thus you find the key to the kingdom of heaven right within your own soul, just as you did 1,000 or 1,000,000 years back, and will do in the years to come. This can be accomplished here and now, or you can go on and plow through materiality on its network of roads and through its network of thoughts, until you eventually reach the same central white light which is again spirit, the Christ in everyone, the truth made manifest unto you. This is the ultimate for all races, all creeds, all religions, the fatherhood and motherhood of God. Once self-mastery is attained, the master leads on and on, ever on. The Aryan manhood guarded Aryan culture. The Aryan womanhood has been the greatest guardianship of this culture. All through the ages, she has nourished the moral, social, and political life. Her intuitions and mysticism of sympathy have always stood as the great bulwark of the Aryan ideal. Aristotle asked that an Indian teacher versed in the ancient teachings and culture of India be brought to him, a teacher that in the noblest sense could be called a true man, physically strong, intellectually and morally refined. It is God's promise that prayer is always answered. I say unto you, ask, and it is given unto you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it is opened unto you. For every one that asketh, receiveth, and he that seeketh, findeth, and to him that knocketh, it shall be opened. In other words, the Christ admonishes us when principle says yes, refuse to take no. No does not have its origin in God, but in our failure to believe in God's promise. The God promise to man never fails, but how few can stand the test of knowing. How few can meet every trial by knowing God until the Christ of God is released within them. What an invitation to constantly know God. What an appeal for definiteness and persistency. God principle always bears with its own those ready to receive the highest understanding. As they cry out for deliverance from their adversaries, they know it is only for their future purification and enlightenment. Thus, they realize that the adversary is a friend, as the adversary compels their unceasing search for God principle. The promise is, principle cannot break its own law. We ask for strength to erase the evil thought that law can be broken, or that there is a power that can oppose God's power. As God is all power, God must answer prayer. God is the only word. It cannot fail. Baird T. Spalding.